But Jake, I'm antisocial. How do I join a prepper group? Welcome to Watching the Horizon. I'm Jake. So today I'm going to talk to you about joining a prepper group or a mutual assistance group if you're maybe not the most social person in the world. Maybe you're the kind of person that they go to work, they have their work friends, they come home, they watch TV, they jump on the computer, maybe they have their significant other, but for the most part, you don't go hang out with friends. You don't go clubbing. For the most part, you keep to yourself and you enjoy that. Well, I enjoy that. I totally know where you're coming from. But you see the benefit of joining a prepper group. So where do you get started? How do you join it if you don't already know people or if you don't already have a bunch of friends who do it? It can be intimidating, for sure. Well, fear no longer. I'm going to tell you how to do it. So, if you've looked into this before, you may have seen other blog articles or other videos talking about, a good place to start is online. You can go to sites like meetup.com and then just do a search for the word, prepper or survivalist or something like that. You'll probably find some that way, and that's cool. I'm sure there's success stories out there. But for me, a big thing is what kind of group are you joining, really? There are so many different types of preppers out there, and y'all are prepping for different things, and political views can differ. And whenever you put all those people in a small space, it can get a little weird sometimes. So where do you fit in? How do you seek out a prepper group? And then once you find one, how do you make yourself attractive enough to be accepted? I mean, do you have, 20 years of force recon under your belt? Are you an ex-military sniper? Or maybe you're the golden goose and you're a nurse practitioner or a doctor or something like that. It's usually the area in most prepper groups where they're lacking the most is an actual bona fide licensed medical professional. What do you have? I mean, maybe you just got a few gallons extra water and, a cupboard full of extra corn and peas, and that's kind of where you're starting. And maybe the whole point of you wanting to even join a prepper group is to maybe get a little bit more of an insight, get a little bit more support and experience on your side. How do you do it? Well, chances are, if you are not the most social butterfly out there, you are at the very least online. You are at the very least on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or something like that. You probably got some profiles out there. I've come to learn that in this particular scenario, Facebook is your friend. Now, don't worry if you have, 4 friends and one of them's your mom, or if you have, 974 friends or more. Facebook groups is a good place to start. Now, if you're not familiar with Facebook groups, basically it's just on Facebook, you do a search under the group category and then put in the name of your town or the name of the closest large town that you're in. Do a search for both, see what comes up. You're probably going to find things like, yard sales and, swap meets and flea markets and, maybe like single moms get together to, play gin rummy or something. I mean, you're going to find all sorts of fun groups out there if you just do a search based on the name of your town. Trust me, you'll find something. So if you are able to find a group already, just click the button, ask to join. You didn't have to talk to anybody. It's great. Some of them might require that you have a profile picture or that you have some sort of history or something like that. Well, throw up some kind of profile picture. It doesn't have to be you. Fill out your bio with something. It doesn't have to be anything if they require it. A lot of people don't require it at all. They'll just be like, yeah, sure, you must be from around here, otherwise you wouldn't be doing a search for us. And boom, you're in. So once you're in, ideally, these are all people who are local to you. Go in, read what the group is all about, and see if that matches up with your ideals. See if you're on at least the same page. Check out what some of the posts are. Is it just a bunch of crap posts? Is it just a bunch of, ha-has and funnies? Or are people actually sharing some useful stuff? See who the admins are. See if they are in fact local to you and if they do regular meetings or anything like that. I mean, there it is. You just joined the group. Boom, done. Video over. But let's say you don't find something. Or maybe you find several, you join all of them, but none of them are really doing what you're looking for. Well, again, Facebook is your friend. Start a group. Use the name of your local town and maybe some of those other groups that you had joined, but in the end decided probably wasn't going to be your cup of tea. There's probably at least a couple of people in those groups that you kind of liked. Maybe you didn't like the group as a whole, but maybe there was at least one or two people that you thought had some sort of valuable insight or knowledge or something like that. Well, start your own group. And when you do start your own group, you've got some choices. It can be a public group. This means that anybody who interacts on this group's page is public. So if they make a comment on one of your posts or they decide to post something or something like that, all of their friends can see it. And if you like it, you like that post, all of your friends can see it and vice versa. It's just like if it was on any other open page on Facebook. You can have a closed group. This means it's still searchable. Anybody who does a search in Facebook and say does a search with your city name preppers, it'll come up in the list. It's available. However, they won't be able to see what's going on in the group, but they can see that the group at least exists. And I do recommend that if the reason why you didn't stick with the other groups is because maybe you weren't exactly eye to eye on things, well, make sure you put what it is that you're looking for in this group's description. What is it that you are looking for? What was it that you didn't find in the other groups that you want in your own group? Maybe you're specifically looking for people who are religious or not religious. Or maybe you're specifically looking for people who have a specific focus on food storage or say, guns and ammo or something like that. Whatever is important to you that you want your group to focus on. So now you're the leader. It's okay. I know that the levels are coming up. They're already there. They're like right here. You're about to turn the video off. I totally get it. But this is all online. And that's probably not even your picture for your profile pic. So don't worry about it. Just put what you want. Put what you're looking for and what you want to get out of the group. And that way, it can be an open invitation if anybody else sees things as you do. Now, this is slow. This is slow going. This isn't going to be something where overnight you're going to have 1,000 members in your group or something like that. Well, start small. There's nothing wrong with that. And then with the group, go see if you can't find a couple individuals that you did like in those other groups and give them an invitation and be like, hey, I saw that you had some pretty good things to say in that other group, and I was wondering if you would be interested in continuing the discussion over here. There's a good chance that they'll join. There you go. Now you're able to have the types of conversations that you want to have. But now you're the admin. You're in control. You're in charge. And if someone asks to join your group, you kind of check it out and you're like, okay, and you join, and all of a sudden they turn into some sort of, person that you don't want as part of your group, out they go. That's what I recommend. If you're looking for that type of group, if you want a group that does in fact meet in real life, but you're not really sure how to get things started, you don't know how to make those friends, you don't know how to find or meet these people, that's a good place to start. And whatever you do, make sure that you post to that group regularly. Make sure that you talk about what it is that makes your group unique and different. There you go. I hope that's helpful for you guys. And if you've got any suggestions, I would certainly love to hear them. If I get enough of them, I'll make a follow-up to this and I'll share everything else that I've learned. So I appreciate you watching, and be sure to keep your eyes open.